All right, we are out here, Lake Charleston, one of my local mountain bike trails. We're on the Sikiu T9. We're gonna ride it, and then we're gonna review it. So let's get into some fun riding footage. Should be great trail conditions, and welcome to Chicken Cindy's, everybody. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time here, I'm Joshua. I know you can't see me currently. There's a goose. There's another goose. That means there's geese. Looks like they're gaggling. But welcome. Polygon was so kind to send me this Polygon to the Sikiu T9 to review. So we kind of got to get around a little bit before we get to the actual trails. So let's get to the trails and let's see what this bad boy can do. Hi, puppy. The suspension is very supple, which this is the same suspension that I had on my Specialized when I built that up, and it's a very nice feeling suspension. As of right now, this suspension is eating all this alive, obviously. This is definitely not like 150 territory in the front, but it feels really good. Definitely digging it. All right. Let's see if it can climb. Now, I am definitely out of shape, so doesn't mean I will be able to climb, because this is like my first real ride in a little bit. Oof. Feeling it, holy cow. She's doing good though. It's gonna go nice and easy. Try not to get too close to him. Ooh. It definitely climbs very well. Still a little out of breath though. Holy cow. That climb is no joke. So, sorry, I got the sniffles now. But I will say this is a large. I'm 5 foot 10 inches with a 32-inch inseam, and man, it feels perfect. I thought it'd be a little too big because I usually go medium, because being 5'10", I'm right in the middle of medium and large, and it feels terrific. Dropper post is about the perfect length slammed. Feels great. The brakes are definitely bedding in still a little bit, but these TRPs feel terrific. I'm very, very happy with them. So here in a second, we'll get to a fun part and get a little bit more speed. Got to be careful in this area because this is where a lot of people walk or hike, whatever you want to call it. So you got to pay attention. Woo! Man, she's way more nimble than I expected her to be with the travel she has. It's fun. Put these brakes to the test here in a second. They work. Nice. Loving it. Whew, how's it going? Oop, sorry. Yes, that was nice. Well, we finished our very first bike ride on the Polygon Sikiu T9. I will say, just as it sits, I was very impressed with it. I do want to take a second and apologize. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I've uploaded a video. Some of you know that my wife, Marley, actually had a tonsillectomy and had her adenoids removed, and it's been a pretty rough recovery. If you are in your 30s and you have your tonsils, I do not recommend you have that surgery. It's been pretty rough, sadly. But she's finally getting to the point where she's feeling better, so thank you everyone for kind of sticking with me and waiting with me and holding on for me to finally get my first impressions of this bike up. But no, so I took it to my local bike trail. I went over to Lake Charleston. It's about a, I don't know, 10, 15 minute drive for me to get there. And that place kind of has a little bit of everything for me to like do like an initial run or test with this bike, between just some pretty good climbs, some fun little downhills, little rocks, things like that, nothing super crazy, some gravelly stuff and whatnot. And I mean, honestly, this thing performed terrific. Some things that I like want to mention over this bike that kind of surprised me. The fit of the bike is terrific for my height. I was very impressed with it. I'm like 5'10", 5'10 and a half, right in that range, 32-inch inseam, and this large frame absolutely fits me perfect. I was very, very impressed with it. Actually, when I get on it, I almost feel like I could use just a slightly longer stem. I won't, because, you know, Polygon sent me this bike. But I mean, it feels and fits absolutely terrific. I was very impressed with the fit and feel, because a lot of you know when I ride 29ers, which this is a 29er, I typically go medium. So I have a little bit smaller of a frame, but bigger tires. So it kind of is a more nimble, playful frame with the bigger, like, monster trucking style tires. And that's just how I've always done it. But with this specifically, I figured most people would do the size that they would want to do. And I will say, like, this frame itself feels very nice and playful, just being the appropriate size for me. But with my height, I technically am in like the medium large, so I'll usually get the schmedium. I guess medium large is not schmedium, that's small medium. But no, so I was very impressed with that. I absolutely love this Fox suspension. It's very responsive but supple at the same time. I mean, very, very nice suspension with quite a bit of like being able to like tinker with it and change it how you want to. I mean, it's very impressive what all you can do with it. The Shimano drivetrain is very nice. I would probably say 80 to 90% of the time when I was shifting, like I wasn't even feeling it shift or move. I mean, it was that smooth. I was very, very impressed with that. And then the other thing I'll touch on is actually the TRP brakes. I have ran TRP brakes before, not these specific ones, but this suspension and then the TRP brakes, I actually ran on my Specialized, and I loved that bike as well. But these brakes are very nice. I feel like the modulation is terrific. I mean, it's like a really good between SRAM and Shimano, in my opinion, where a lot of people don't like Shimano because they feel like it's just on or off. And then some people don't like SRAM because they feel like it's a little too squishy. I would say TRP is like a really good option if you don't really like either of those, or if you think both are too extreme. Highly recommend trying TRPs. I was very impressed with just the modulation. Like, it was just like feathering, it felt really good. But man, if I needed it to break, if I squeezed down, it was, I mean, like it stopped. I was very impressed with that. And the rotors are very nice and beefy rotors as well. Overall though, ride one, this bike was very nice. I'm very impressed with this bike. Hopefully my next video will be me taking it to Griffin, and I can put it through quite a bit more, I don't want to say torture, but definitely some better obstacles and drops and stuff, just to see how it actually does there. So, but as of right now, as this bike sits, everything is stock. Except for the fork, I did remove 2 tokens. There's actually 4 tokens when this bike was shipped, and that's a little excessive. So I removed 2 tokens. They're sitting over there on my workbench. So I took out 2 just to kind of help with the suppleness and the compression factor, basically, of the fork itself, because 4 is just a lot, in my opinion, in a stock fork. Makes it feel a little more harsh when you start to use the ends of the travel itself.
But other than that, I mean, the pedals and everything, and the stock pedals really aren't that bad either. So ride one, very impressed with this bike so far. I'll have a link down in the description of this video if this is a bike you're interested in purchasing. It is an affiliate link that will help. If you like these kinds of videos and you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and sticking around. I'd love to have you on the Chicken Cindy squad. But no, thank you all for tuning in, and definitely keep an eye out for the next video. Take care, and until next time.